Hello friends, welcome. Today we are going to talk about the book by Back Your Time by Dan Martell. Rohit's life was full of problems. Every day he faced a new problem, but there was no way out of his problems. After completing his studies, he took up a small job, but he did not feel like working. He kept doing small tasks all day, which he considered useless, but was needed because it covered his expenses. Every night he felt that he was working just to survive, not to move forward. One day, Rohit met an unknown person. He was sitting in a cafe with his coffee when he saw that a middle-aged man was sitting on the table in front and reading a book. Rohit looked at the book by Back Your Time. That person looked at Rohit and smiled. "You want to ask something," he said calmly. Rohit did not understand how, but he opened all his problems to that man. That person seemed sensible. He listened to Rohit very carefully and said, "Your biggest problem is that you are not giving your life the right time. I am doing so many things which you need to do satisfactorily." Music. Rohit did not understand. How can I reclaim time? I am short of time. There is a lot of work. The man smilingly told a concept from the book. This book is about the buyback principle. That means when you are doing such tasks in your life which are of low value and are not giving you growth, then they should be delegated to someone else so that you can invest your time in those things which really matter to you and can take your life forward. Rohit got a little confused. But how can I delegate my work to someone else? I do not even have resources, and my work is such that I have to do it. The man kept explaining, you feel that you can do all your work, and because of this mindset you are living in fatigue and stress. The real thing is that the small tasks you are doing will not take you much ahead. If you can get someone else to do that work, then your focus will be on those tasks, which will give you happiness and growth. Rohit thought for a while, and said, "Okay, but how do I know which tasks are valuable for me, and which are not?" The man smiled again and said, "It is very simple. First of all, make a list of your day-to-day activities. Then see which are those tasks which even if you do not do them, it will not have any major impact on your life. Try to give them to someone else and focus on those tasks which inspire you and motivate you. This is the process of buying back your time." Rohit was now understanding a little. He thought, "But is this only for business owners? I do not have any business. I am just doing a job." The man said seriously, "This principle is not only for business, it is for life. Balance and happiness will come in your personal and professional life only when you keep yourself away from such things which keep you trapped in low-value activities." Whether you are doing a job or an entrepreneur, he was wasting so much time in his life in such tasks, which he has to do satisfactorily. Then you will gradually get rid of those tasks, which are giving you unnecessary fatigue, and when you focus on the right tasks, if you do it, then a different change will come in your life. Rohit realized that day for the first time that his problem was not only about work, but also about his time and priority. Now he started thinking how he can make his life better. His journey had just started, and he understood that not only hard work, but also the right mindset is necessary for the path ahead. That person left, but his words started revolving in Rohit's mind. He had decided that now he will not waste his time, and will slowly reclaim his life, like he had learned through the buyback principle. The story does not end here because Rohit's journey had just started. After a few days, Rohit was again sitting in the same cafe. The words of that person were still revolving in his mind. He had made some changes, like handing over some tasks to others, but he still felt that he was completely trapped. Then suddenly the same person came to the cafe again. His eyes fell on Rohit, and he came and sat on his table smiling. "How are you?" he asked. Rohit gave a slight smile and said, "I am feeling a little better, but still very tired. I am worried. I feel that I have left some small tasks, but still I do not have time." The person understood that Rohit was still not able to move forward in the right way. If you like our free summary, then you can subscribe to our channel. He decided to take out another concept from his book and said, "You have taken the first step, But now you have to do a proper audit of your time. It is very important to keep a correct account of how you spent your time. Rohit asked in surprise, "What is time audit?" That person smiled again and said, "Time audit means making a detailed record of your whole day to know in which work you are spending your time and which work is really beneficial for you. Many times we are stuck in small tasks throughout the day which have no real value. They are called time items. These are the works that eat up our time, but do not give us any return." Rohit started thinking a little. "So what should I do? Should I write down all my work throughout the day?" "Exactly," that the person said. "You have to make a detailed account of your every day. Note down every small activity. How much time are you spending on which work? Whether it is reading emails, scrolling social media, or getting stuck in some useless meeting." Rohit shook his head. "But what difference will it make? I know what I am doing." "Then what is the use of writing it down?" The person became serious. "You may not understand this right now, but when you audit your day, you will know how many such tasks you are doing which are useless for you. When you write them down, you will not be able to ignore them, and only then will you be able to take the right decision to eliminate or delegate them." Rohit thought, "This seems easy. Just note down every activity, and then see what is valuable for me and what is not." The person said, "But the real challenge comes when you recognize which tasks are time-consuming for you. These are those tasks which look small but eat up a lot of your time at the end of the day, like checking emails repeatedly without any reason, getting distracted by every small issue, attending meetings for work, or losing yourself in distractions again and again. All these slowly eat up your time, and you don't even realize it." Rohit realized that a lot of his day was spent in such useless tasks. He started checking social media on his phone for just 5 minutes at times, and then after an hour, he would realize how much time he had wasted. Now he understood why it was important to identify these time wasters. The person said again, "When you identify these time wasters, music, identification, music," Rohit asked in confusion. "It's simple." The person said, "Eliminate the work that is not giving you any value at all and delegate the work that is important, but is not giving you direct growth." Rohit nodded. "Okay, but I think I can do all the work myself." "Is this wrong?" The person laughed. "See, it is human nature that we think that we can do every work best, but in reality, when you do small tasks yourself, you will not focus on big tasks. You will be able to give time to your family, so you have to make yourself a time auditor. Learn to spend your time wisely, and see which work is right for you." Rohit was listening even more carefully now. He thought, "I will have to audit my time every day and see where I am wasting my time." The person said, "Absolutely right. When you do a proper time audit, you will know which tasks are taking you forward and which ones are pulling you back. And when you understand this, then you will be able to increase your productivity manifold." Rohit was now understanding why his time was always short. He realized that most of his energy was spent in useless tasks. Now he knew how to manage his time and how to take the right decisions. The person started getting up. "Now your next step is to do a proper time audit of your day and identify your time advantages. When you do this, then a big change will come in your life. Remember, right decisions can be taken only when you know your time well." Rohit saw him leaving and thought that now he has to take complete control of his time. He had to honestly audit his day. He started making notes on his phone and noted down every task for the next few days. Slowly, he realized that a large part of his day was being spent on tasks that were killing his productivity. Rohit had understood which tasks he needed to eliminate and which to delegate. He was ready to bring his life back on track, and this journey was still long. There was still more to learn, and he was ready. A few weeks had passed and Rohit was now feeling better than before. He had done a time audit of his day, identified time errors, and eliminated or delegated many tasks. However, he still felt that his life had not changed completely. He knew that there was still a lot more to learn. One day again, he met the same person in the same cafe. This time, there was a slight smile on Rohit's face because he had gained control over his time to some extent. As soon as that person came and sat next to him, Rohit immediately said, "I did a time audit and delegated a lot of things. Now I have some time left, but I am still not completely sure how to use that time." The person smiled again and said, "It is a very good thing that you have completed the first 2 steps. Now it is the turn of the third and the most important step. This is called the buyback loop." Rohit said a little. "I was confused by back loop, yes." The person explained buyback loop means that you audit your time, then transfer low-value tasks to others, and fill the time that is saved with high-value activities. This is a cycle that repeats again and again and makes you more productive every time. Rohit started listening carefully. He said slowly, "So this means that I have just completed the first step. Audit is absolutely correct." The person said, "Now you have to understand how to use the time that you have freed up. Auditing is necessary because it tells you where you are wasting your time. But the real magic happens when you fill that time correctly." Rohit started thinking a little more. "So now what do I have to do next?" Step. The person started explaining, "The time that you have got now has been saved from low-value tasks. Now don't waste it by just sitting idle. Fill it with high-value tasks, meaning such tasks that support your personal and professional goals and satisfy you." Asked the question. The person smiled and said, "High-value tasks are those that they take you on the path of growth. Whether it is learning a new skill, scaling your business, or achieving your personal goals, you should invest your time in valuable tasks." Rohit thought. "But how do I decide which tasks are of high value to me?" The man got serious and said, "It depends on you. What are your goals? Do you want to move forward in your career? Do you want to achieve something in your personal life? Whatever is most important to you, convert that into your high-value tasks. But remember, you should do only those tasks that satisfy you." Music, I never understand what to focus on." The man laughed. "This is the challenge. So first work on small goals that you can achieve quickly. When you start achieving small goals, the bigger goals will automatically start seeming good. It is like a loop. You will repeatedly audit, transfer, and then fill. Every time you will become a little more productive." Rohit took a deep breath. Lee was now understanding that he has to invest his time in the right tasks. He asked, "What do I have to do first?" The person said, "First of all, you have to do an audit again, but this time keeping in mind the high-value and low-value tasks. Then see which tasks are not valuable for you and transfer them, and invest the time you are getting in such tasks which align with your goals." Rohit was understanding this process, but he was still a little scared. "But what if I take a wrong decision and invest my time in wrong things?" The person said wisely, "No decision is perfect, but if you think carefully and keep your goals in mind, then your chances of success will be high, and even if you take a wrong decision, you will always have a time audit process through which you can correct your mistakes. This is the beauty of this loop. It repeats again and again, due to which you gradually get better." Rohit was now feeling a little confident. He was understanding that I need to use my time in a more appropriate manner, he thought. Now I will have to do a more detailed audit of my day so that I can understand which tasks are important for me and which are not. The man started to get up, but this time while leaving he told Rohit to remember that this is not a one-time process. You have to audit again and again, transfer again and then fill your time with high-value tasks. This is the buyback loop, and if you follow it correctly, your productivity and satisfaction will increase. Music. Now he was not focusing on the tasks. Now he analyzed every part of his day and saw which tasks were aligning with his big goals and which were not. Slowly, he started delegating those tasks to others which were not important for him. Then he started filling his free time with high-value activities, like learning new skills, focusing more on his business, and working on his period goals. and every time he felt that he was getting stuck again, he did a new audit, transferred new tasks, and reorganized his day. Now Rohit had understood that the path to success is not only hard work, but smart work is also necessary, and the buyback loop had taught him the way by which he could use his time in the most valuable way. His life was now moving in the right direction, but this journey was not over yet. Rohit gradually incorporated the process of buyback loop in his life. He conducted time audit, delegated low-value tasks, and filled his remaining time with high-value activities. Now he was feeling more organized and focused than ever before, but he felt that something was still missing. He was still not completely satisfied with his work. One day again, he met the same person in the same cafe. This time Rohit had a long list of questions on his face. As soon as that person came in front, Rohit asked without delay, "I followed the buyback loop properly, but still I feel that I am not able to make as much impact as I can. Why do I feel that something is still missing?" That person smiled. A deep understanding was visible in his eyes. He said, "You did the audit, transferred, and felt. This is a very good thing. But one thing that is still preventing you from moving forward is the prioritization of high-value activities." Rohit asked, a little confused. That person smiled again and said, "Yes, just doing high-value activities is not enough. You have to prioritize them properly. High-value activities are those which do not give you time and energy for your growth and satisfaction. Music, they also become less effective just like low-value tasks." Rohit nodded and thought a little. "So this means that even among the high-value tasks that I am getting, there will be some which will have to be given more importance." "Exactly," the man said. "Martell emphasizes that high-value activities are those which are most important for your business and personal growth. But not every high-value activity is the same. You have to see which tasks can have the most impact and make them your priority." "But how will you know which tasks are most impactful?" Rohit asked, confused. The man took a deep breath and started explaining. "Look, there will be two categories in your high-value activities. First, those activities which bring growth to your business or career. Second, those activities which give fulfillment to your personal life. Both are important, but you do not know all the time that which to do first, so you first have to identify what are your current goals, which area in your business needs improvement, which personal goals give you the most happiness. The answer to these questions will tell you which activities are most important for you." Rohit kept thinking for a while now. He was realizing that he had just implemented the buyback loop at the surface level, but still had not paid attention to the prioritization of his tasks. He slowly asked, "So this means that I have to reevaluate my current goals and align them properly?" "Yes," the person said. "At the beginning of every day, focus on your day's goals first of all. See what work you can do today that will give you the most growth and fulfillment. If you have 10 high-value tasks, then choose the one that will be most impactful for you. This is the thing that will help you make a real impact by taking you out of routine responsibilities." Rohit thought deeply about this. Till now, he had just organized his work, but he had never paid attention that which work would be most satisfactory to him. You have to adopt a method which is called Eisenhower matrix. In this matrix, you can divide your work in 4 parts: urgent and important but not important, urgent but not important, and non-urgent and not important. The tasks which are urgent and important should be done first. After this, focus on important but non-urgent tasks. This is the thing that will ensure your long-term growth and happiness. This was new information for Rohit. He thought that he always felt that urgent tasks are the most important, but now he understood that for long-term quest, it is important to pay more attention to important tasks even if they are not urgent. The person started explaining that urgent tasks just demand immediate attention, but it is not necessary that they support your long-term goals. You have to first choose such tasks which are related to your big goal, whether it is learning a new skill, starting a big project, or taking your business in a new direction. All these are high-value tasks, but if you do not give them the right time and priority, then their impact will reduce. Rohit listened seriously and then asked, "So I should set priority of my high-value tasks every day and do them first?" "You should do it absolutely right," the person said. "Every morning decide what is the biggest and most impactful task of today and complete it first. This will also increase your productivity, and you will get fulfillment satisfactorily." Praise, music, music, music. He thanked that person and resolved in his mind that now he will start his day by prioritizing high-value tasks. The next day early in the morning, Rohit wrote his goals in his notebook. Once again, he thought about which task will satisfy him today. Music. He started with the most impactful task, working on his new business strategy. Earlier, he always used to get entangled in small and urgent tasks, but today he kept himself disciplined and worked on that high-value task the whole day. At the end of the day, he was feeling a different satisfaction. He felt that he has really done something meaningful today. Days went by and Rohit started doing his daily tasks with this new approach. Every day he started completing his high-value tasks. He would put his tasks on top and complete them first. He noticed that he was no longer entangled in productivity and satisfaction. Music. He knew how to prioritize his day and which task to do first. A new clarity had come into his life, which was never there before. After a few weeks, the same person came to meet him again. This time Rohit had confidence on his face. He said to that person, "Now, I have understood how important high-value activities are. I have learned to prioritize my tasks, and now I feel more productive and satisfied than ever." The person smiled and said, "Very good, Rohit. Now you are on the path of real growth. But remember, this journey is not over yet. There will be more challenges ahead, and you will always have to evaluate and prioritize your tasks." Rohit nodded and said smilingly, "Yes, I am ready now, and this time I know how to use my time properly." The person smiled again and said, "This is the spirit, Rohit. Always prioritize high-value activities and see how your how does change come in life." Rohit had made many big changes in his life till now. He did a time audit, delegated low-value tasks, learned to prioritize high-value activities, and now he was feeling a new clarity in his life. His work was getting better, his focus had become sharp, and he was feeling more organized and productive than ever before. But one question still kept coming up in his mind again and again: is this all, or is there something beyond this? One day again the same person came to meet him. This time, they met in a park instead of a cafe. Both of them sat on a bench in the park where the shade of trees and the light breeze were giving them a relaxed feeling. Rohit looked at him and said, "Now I am managing my work properly, but still one question bothers me. Am I living the life that I really want to live, or am I just entangled in my daily routine?" The person remained silent for a while, and then said seriously, "This question of yours is very important, Rohit. You have learned and implemented a lot till now, but if you want to achieve real success in your life, then you should know that you have achieved the same goal satisfactorily." Music emphasizes on a very powerful concept called visualize your ideal life. This means that you imagine a version of your life in which no low-value task is holding you back. Imagine if you didn't have any useless or non-productive work. How would you spend your life? How would you use your time? This visualization will help you in understanding a very powerful concept called visualize your ideal life. This means that you imagine a version of your life in which no low-value task is holding you back. Imagine if you didn't have any useless or non-productive work. How would you spend your life? How would you spend your time? This visualization will help you in understanding a very powerful concept called visualize your ideal life. He will give clear directions as to what other changes are needed in your life. Rohit started listening more carefully. He could understand that till now, he was only managing his work, but he had never thought about what his ideal life would look like. The person smiled and said, "First of all, you have to sit in a quiet place. Close your eyes and imagine that if there was no low-value work in your life, how would you spend your time? Would you spend all your time on your passion project? Would you spend more time with your family and friends? Would you focus on your health and fitness? How would your ideal day be? Think about all this and imagine it vividly as if you were really living it. Rohit had become very focused now. He realized for the first time that the biggest goal of his life was not just to get success in work. He wanted something more meaningful experience, more personal fulfillment. He asked the person, "Should I write it down or just imagining in the mind will be enough?" The person said, along with imagining, writing it can also be a very powerful tool. You can also make your life more focused. You can make a vision board about your ideal life. Write all those things and put images in it which inspire you. This board will remind you every day in which direction you are moving, your focus, your goals, your priority. All of these will become clearer when you have a visual representation of your ideal life. Rohit nodded and thought how practical and helpful this idea could be. He decided in his mind that he would make his vision board as soon as possible. The person explained to him again that when you visualize your ideal life, it gets deeply embedded in your subconscious mind. It guides you in every decision. Whenever a new task or opportunity comes in front of you, you will be able to ask yourself whether this will take me closer to my ideal life. If the answer is yes, then give it priority, and if no, then ignore it. Rohit had now completely understood this concept. He realized that only time management and productivity are the only things in life. Nothing happens as a real satisfaction. Music. Now I have understood that I am not just managing my life, but trying to take it in the right direction. I will now visualize my ideal life and take my decisions accordingly. The man smiled and said, "This is the right way, Rohit. Now there will be clarity in your life, and you will see how your priorities get set automatically. Visualizing your ideal life will guide you in every decision, and you will see that both your personal and professional life will be balanced and satisfied." Music. He cut out images, wrote quotes, and put pictures of things that were part of his ideal life. He saw that his vision board was gradually becoming a blueprint of his life. He put many things on the board: a peaceful home, happy moments with friends, fitness goals, and a successful business. He put everything on that board that was meaningful in his life. Every day, as soon as he woke up in the morning, he looked at that vision board, and he remembered that what is his ultimate goal? After a few weeks, Rohit's life started changing slowly. His decisions became clearer. His productivity increased, and the most important thing was that he now felt satisfied and motivated in his life. His life was organized, but now there was a purpose in his work. He no longer felt burdened by work, but was moving towards his dream life. One day, that person met him again. This time, there was a different confidence on Rohit's face. He said to that person, "Now I know what my ideal life is, and I am taking decisions for that every day. Now I am satisfied in my work and also in my personal life. Now this journey seems more exciting to me." That person smiled and said, "Very good, Rohit, now you are right. Remember, this journey never ends. You have to evaluate your goals and vision every day and align it according to your priority, but now you are prepared." "Yes," Rohit nodded and said, "Yes, now I am prepared, and this time I will not only be successful but also satisfied." A few months had passed, and Rohit's life had completely changed. He was not only progressing in his work, but was also feeling balance and happiness in his personal life. His business was now moving towards steady growth, and he was feeling more organized and motivated than ever before. So friends, this was our book summary for today. Do let us know by commenting how you liked it, and thank you for listening to the summary till the end.